for the fact that you want to complain, that is open ticket. You open a ticket, and that means you want to say something about what happened. You want admin to know something happened. Then subject is the title, probably a failed transaction, token was not given. Just have a very concise subject. Then the next thing is description, that what really happened. You provide the information that is needed for them to be able to tackle your complaint. Probably if you recharge and you couldn't get the value, you give the amount that you recharge, but please avoid using any special character like at, naira, naira sign, or anything like that. Because when you do that, by the time you want to submit, it will show error, like server error. So, excuse me, avoid using any special character. Then after that, the next thing is to choose priority, either high or low. So you can choose high. Then you submit. Since it is transaction, is another thing you can probably registration you have issue with, or probably upgrade or transfer. So by the time you submit, admin just give them like, let's say 1 hour or thereabout. You now go back, because some people might be expecting the message to come from email. You won't receive their response, and this is where many people don't know. They say, I've raised the ticket, there was no response. Sometimes they will have replied you almost immediately, but because you don't know how to check, so when you want to check their response, you come back to support. Then this time around, you are going to click on my ticket. When you click on my ticket, then you will see the one you raised last will be up. Like this one, this is where you get the ticket number. If somebody asks what's the ticket number, you see the ticket number here. When you see either from this category upgrade, then you look at the subject, then the last one is status. If you see closed, it means they have replied you. If it is open, you still have to go there again, because if it is open, then you will need to remind them, not that you are going to raise another ticket on the same complaint. It's not the way to go. So, for example, now this one is closed. You'll be wondering, why is it closed? You click on this, click on this subject, which is test running. When you click on it, it will open your message for you. The one you sent to them. Then under this place, that is where you are going to see the response. You can see the status complete. Then you see the time I sent it was a year ago. And this is what I sent. I received complaint that raising a ticket is given error message and unable to submit. That was the day I discovered that if you are using that and what you call special character, it will be giving you error or unable to submit. Because I discovered from my own continuous learning. Then this is what the reply is. This is where you're going to see the reply. That is not true. It's going well. Olajumoke. So if it is question that you ask, maybe you did a NEPA bill and you couldn't get a token, come here, you raise a ticket, then after some time, if you come back and see close, you know where to go to check whether they have replied you or not. They can send the token here, and this is where you are going to get it. Not that you now be saying, they didn't reply me, I've sent message. So once you have adequate knowledge, TGR will be so easy for you to handle, easy for you to do. There will be nothing that will disturb you from progressing in TGR. I was asking somebody this evening, because I was at one retiree program early this morning. And when I look at every one of them, it was so sad to the extent that some people are receiving less than 1,000 naira as a pension, or what do you call it? Less than 6,000 in this Nigeria of today. And the question I asked them that, what do you think you really missed? You didn't play well when you were young, but there is something you really miss out, that by now you should be enjoying your life more than this. And that is what TGR is giving everybody. Many that are working right now, they don't know what they are going to face after retirement, because they have an idea. And what I normally tell them, that the only thing that will make you to understand or be able to convince yourself that you are ready for your retirement is when you can do away with your salary for 6 months and you are fine. You are still working, you are receiving salary, but you want to really know if you are ready for your retirement time. Make sure you don't touch your salary for 6 months. If you can survive, you don't have any issue, then you are ready for retirement. So you can now see that many could not even do 1 month or 2 months, not talk of 3, 4, 5 months. So if they can't do this, then what is the plan for their own retirement that when money is not coming again, how will they survive? And that is why TGR is giving them the opportunity to build their retirement plan before the time. Because at that time, they cannot move around, they can't do many things like they are doing. Most of them, where they were used to, just like they were in a cage for 35 years, because they have not been able to move around, understand what the world really is when it comes to entrepreneurship. So by the time they now retired, where do they have to go? They don't even know where to, because one, the environment they are used to, they don't need them in there anymore. And they can't just be at home for how many years? And that is why many of retirees have challenges, because they are lonely. They are being isolated because they don't even know where. They can't just be going to visit people from time to time. So what we need to do to people is to educate them. This is the time for them. We have what can give them that financial breakthrough. We'll tell people, stop anybody from becoming a millionaire. If truly want to become a millionaire, we'll tell people, stop you from becoming a millionaire. And that is what TGR is asking you to do. We need just 10 people that has the same vision with you, the same mindset. They want to have financial freedom. Because sometimes I do say jokingly that teachers, they cannot, the day they give them an appointment letter, they won't have to teach 100 students before I retired. They won't even think about that. Their own is to be thinking of retirement plan. Okay, I'll work it, but do on a daily basis. It's more tiring without them knowing, because to show up every day, the first day, the first week, the first month, the first year, and they do that for 35 years, still they remain broke. And we are showing them what can make them to have the life they didn't enjoy for 35 years. So we need to educate them more so that they will know that TGR is the best for them for this time, at this time of the year, at this time of our life. TGR is the best option. So what they just need to do is to understand how it works, because telecommunication is something they cannot run away from. They will continue to buy airtime and data for life, whether they like it or not. There is no alternative. I'm still wondering how we are going to cope if they say we should not buy airtime and data again. Probably maybe the world wants to collapse. So once we have a goal at our hand, then we need to show people how the goal is, because many people will not even know that it is a genuine way of creating financial freedom. Then concerning funding, because many people might say, oh, probably let me change my screen. Probably might be better this way so that people can see clearly. Concerning funding, you click on this, my account profile. We've talked about this time with that number, but at the same time, I have to let people know how it works. Now, for me, I have this permanent Providence account here. And for you to get this permanent Providence account number, you need to click on this. If there is something that normally they call it get Providence account. Maybe let me share something if I can see another account that I just opened. Okay, like this one now. I want to see if the profile will show. Maybe I've not generated, okay, like this one now. So this is how it looks like for those that have not gotten their permanent Providence accounts. When you click on this one, it's going to give you, will tell you to put BVN. By the time you put your BVN here and click on proceed, another account will be given to you, which is permanent. Anytime you send money to that account, it reflects on your dashboard. But for those that are registering for the first time and they want to activate by themselves, this is what they need. They need fund. This fund with Providence is what they need to click on. By the time I click on it, now you see what is going to happen. It shows account number. This account is temporary, 29 minutes. I have to use it within 20. You can see it still bring up my name. If I copy this account number now and I go to my bank to send the money, in the process of sending, if it shows another name, as long as I use it within 30 minutes, the money is going to enter my dashboard. So these are the things we need to tell those that are coming to that. I want to transfer, but it's showing another person's name. As long as they use it within 30 minutes, even if it's showing another person's name, it will enter your dashboard. Why? Because the moment you click on this account number, it has given it to you. But while you are trying to transfer, or another person must have picked another, maybe get Providus. So that person is the next person to use that account number. So that is why we normally tell you that don't use this account twice. The moment you send money, maybe first send 1,000, say, it's 10,000, let me try again. It is not your account again. You have to generate another one to send another. So anytime you are using fund with Providus, it's only meant for one transaction. Even if it is 100 naira that you send, don't send money to that account again. You have to generate another one. And the moment they have activated, they don't need that fund with Providus again. They have to click on what? Get Providus account to have their permanent account number they can use for transaction. I believe you are following me. And maybe let me try and see another way of probably, because I want us to understand our back office very well. Even from the dashboard, there is a way you can see all the tutorial videos. When you come directly to this My Network, you scroll up, click on My Network again, then you see videos under. These videos covered for everything you need to do in TGR, and the back office. How to do this, how to do that. We have sent a short link several times, but many people might still don't know how and where. This is where you can get the videos. One after it's still loading. That is why it's not showing the names, the title on it. So it's coming up. This is how to fund your wallet, how to register your free account. Everything is detailed for you to be able to enjoy TGR as it is. Once you understand this business, believe you me, nobody can stop you. I was trying to talk to about 2 people today, also they are members, and I asked them a sincere question that today that you are looking at yourself, how bad do you want financial freedom? The moment you have the strong why, because you must ask yourself, why do you want to be successful? Why do you want to have financial freedom? If you can get that why, then how is going to be so easy? If you have to just struggle, manage, give yourself constant training, constant work, just make sure that within 6 months, you want to have a financial breakthrough. No matter what you are facing during that time, it's just for 6 months. The moment you get to that level, you are made for life. And that's why we are laying emphasis on our Fantastic 10 with at least 10,000 package. Because what is there for 6 months, it is 159 million. And that's the least anybody can make if you follow that pattern. Why I said the least, transaction commission is not there. Incentive is not added. Then when people start to upgrade, you can imagine what you are going to be saying. Wealth in TGR you can't finish the money in top and get reward. I was telling that guy, because also him and another woman, that one of our leaders, she has multiple accounts, and among, or let me say, one of those multiple accounts, there is a direct 100 downlines there. I said, what? I said, that is it. Because this person understands the power of numbers, it is about numbers. So what people are not seeing today is because they are yet to understand TGR. When you understand this business, nobody can stop you. If I talk to Mr. A and Mr. A says no, Mr. A is not ready for his financial freedom, I have to move to Mr. B. That Mr. A will not stop me from achieving my goal. I am tired of poverty. That is why I took TGR on my head. I put it on my head. I hold it firmly. And I'm every day, every minute is TGR. Every day, every minute. You can't remain, focused with something. You become obsessed with a particular thing. There is no way you not see a good result with that. Let's face this TGR for 6 months, continuously, rigorously, focus with it, and make sure that you do it the way you're supposed to do it. And after 6 months, you look back and see what happened. There is one of the videos of Erico, that he said, in network marketing, for the first year, don't even consider, just focus it. Build for 1 year without looking left and right. Just keep building. Then after 1 year, you can now look back and say, okay, did I make money? There is no way you focus a particular business for 1 year continuously, consecutively, with all your heart, with all your determination, that you don't get result out of that thing after 1 year. It's not possible. Throughout 2024, nobody will say they play or they didn't do anything. But if you don't have a new way of living this new year that we call new year, nothing is new in any year. Nothing is new. Everything is just the way it is. The date doesn't just, at least in January, you have 31 days. In 2024, it's still 31 days. For the week, is 7 days. I think I heard, maybe I watched one video that those that are doing, or let me say salary earners, they don't know they are being scammed. Because they thought they work for 12 months, but they work for 13 months. I was like, when I first said that 13 months as how, he said there is 13 months in a year. Okay, everybody knows that we have 4 weeks in 1 month. No be so. Then how many months in a year? That's 12 months. So if you have to multiply 4 by 12, it gives you 48. So how come we have 52 weeks in a year? That means everybody is working for 52 weeks or 13 months, and they think they are being paid for 12 months. So if you are saying you are 12 years old, you are 13 years old already. They just, because one month in 12 years is 30, is another 12 months. So if you are 24, officially you are 26. So which means your age that you are even saying you are older than that. So those that are working at a salary, they are working for 13 months and they are being paid for 12 months. But in TGR, every day you make your money. You don't need to work for 12 months, 13 months and being paid for 12 months. So that's why I say the more you learn, the more you know. If I say this for salary, they will be amazed that truly they have been scammed all these years. They are working for, so maybe in your state they say they are giving them 13 months, probably because they know they are working for 13 months. And it started that many years back. But look at the donkey years people have worked, and they believe they work for 1 year or 12 months rather, and eventually they work for 13 months and they are being paid for 12 months. So that's why they say job is the biggest scam, because after 35 years or 40 years, you still remain broke. So TGR will give you that freedom, that liberty to become whatever you want to become. Just imagine yourself that after 6 months of very hard work, you can travel out of the country, go to any part of the world and relax. You can do anything you like. And look at that solid and exotic car that when you are inside, even the AC can freeze you. I remember the first day when when 2020, when I bought my car, I asked somebody, I just met that guy. He's one of those that I've talked to. I come inside a guy, and when he enter, I just put my AC for the lowest. By the time we finish, we now come down, we're talking, say, I was inside Akim's car, and I nearly turned to frozen fish. If you see the way AC was blowing me, like, I was like, thank God, life is good when you have money. So when you now know you are going to enjoy, so what is now stopping you? Go all out to promote TGR anywhere, anytime, any day. You have nothing to lose. Rather, you are going to gain. So there's nothing to be ashamed of, because people are using airtime and data, and you are just telling them how to make money from what is taking money away from them. So what is now big deal, unless you don't know what to say? And for you to be able to know what to say, that's why we encourage you to read more. Readers are leaders. I mean, when you read, you lead. When you learn, you can also earn. If you are not reading, because I was talking about that, what are the things that you have done, or maybe a kind of PDF you are saying, it's nothing about PDF, it's because you read. I read often. If I've read a lot, if I'm presenting, I will put some quotes that I've gotten from what I've read so far. And it's like I'm talking with an authority. So as you are reading, when you are training, we are training you about TGR, you also enjoy more about the business. Because tonight is a registered member, let me allow people to ask questions. If it is prospect, we will be able to use slide, and for people, new people that are, but at least tonight, we need to rub minds. Let's know what is your challenge, what you don't know about TGR that you need to ask, so that when you are informed, you'll be able to become a better person. So anytime they ask you a question, you have confidence to answer them because you know what to say. Not that they will ask you a question, you say, maybe I will ask my upline. It doesn't make you to be a professional. So at this junction, let me pause to entertain question and answer. And TGR has left where it was. We are now in a very new phase. New era in TGR. If you are ready to move with us, we carry everybody. If you say you are not ready, let people that are ready do it. But then, by that time, results will speak. I'm sure you have seen the flyers almost every day now. People that are completing their level 1. You will now see that is it 10 people that will stop me from becoming a millionaire this year? no. The next answer you say is no, because you can easily get your 10 people. If you want to buy a crate of egg now, if you take 10,000, you are going to get change. You can't buy two unless the egg is not probably big. Most of the places now, they sell egg for 5,000, 6,000 naira, a crate of egg. And now we want to use the same 10,000 to transform your life. Even if you want to have a kind of poultry, you have many eggs you eat as, but instead of eating this seed, that 10,000, use it. Sometimes you might think we don't have the money. It's because you don't see the reason why the money is needed. For example, on Sunday, when I was just coming from somewhere, I just park, I want to buy fuel inside jerry can. And when I enter my car again, it refused to start. I say, what happened? I have to spend 30,000 on that spot to fix it. Was kick, and they have to change it. It cost me 30,000 with workmanship and everything. So if I didn't have the money, how will I be? So at that moment, if even if it is not me, somebody that on following day, which is Monday, you have going to take the kids to school, you will look for that money at all costs, because at that time that money is important to you. You must get it. So if you see TGR that you want to register with as important as this is going to change my life, you will look for that 10,000 at all costs. It will come out because you know how important it is. So it is not about money, but people who don't see the reason why so when you open their eyes that, do you know why you have to take this 10,000 out? Because it will make your life to be more meaningful. And not only for you. One or two things to ask. Mr. Shola, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, sir.
Okay, you are true, right?
Yes, just for question and answer.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. Now, please, if you have questions or contributions to that, you can raise up your hand with the help of the reaction button. Just indicate that you want to talk, and we will mute you. Let's do that quickly before we call it tonight. Mr. Dami, thank you. Thank you earlier before Mr. King comes in. Thank you. So we have Madam Amaoge Kendi. Please unmute yourself. Amaoge Kendi.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Good evening.
Good evening, my personal boss. I am still loyal. Mr. Kim, I am very, very loyal. Can I stand up from the ground? I dobale for you.
Don't stand up.
Okay, let me talk from there. In fact, you have really said what I wanted to say, but I still want to just touch it a little. Let me affirm what you said about 13 months. You know, when some of us, when you see what we have seen in TJ, I used to tell my team members, you don't need anybody to motivate you. You see this TGR, you need to motivate yourself, number one. So that salary you're talking about, that 13 months, that is why the banks pay 13th month salary. And nobody knows why they do that. They say, bank is good, though, they pay 13 months because you are actually working in excess. But that's by the way. So what I wanted to talk about, my leader has spoken about it somehow. Please, when I see some questions that come to our platform, our general platform, I mean, one of the platforms, that's the Top Up and Get Reward Group 3, I'm there. When I see some questions that comes from members, it's so disheartening. It shows that we leaders are not working. Please, when you sign up anybody, let them know the nitty-gritty of everything we are doing here. And then let them also know that the first port of call, if they have challenge, is their upline. Some of the questions that comes to the group shouldn't even come at all if people are well tutored. And if you take up that challenge of taking your members by the hand to guide them, please, let's give them that privilege so that they can be well guided, so that we'll have less of those questions and all those things, and it will now be only Mr. Kim, Mr. Chima, Baba Olowo, and Mr. Demia. Those ones are the only one people will be looking up to answer those questions. Please, let's take our team members by the hand, please. Very, very important. Let's play the role of downliners. Not that we have taken the 22% and we just go and sleep. Is not good. Then another thing I want to say, sir, please, looking at some of our videos, especially this video on funding, I think the company needs to update some of our videos, especially this one on funding. Is giving recurring issues. People, if no matter how you explain to them about this account, they will still go and make that mistake and still come back to you and say that I've lost money, I've not seen my money, this and this. Please, we need to update some of our information on the platform. Thank you, sir. That's my observation.
All right, ma. Thank you very much for the observation. Actually, and very soon it's going to be done, even especially on this some things that need to be adjusted and some need to be added. By the time everything is set, we are going to do that. Even we are still having some video that is being in the pipeline, which will also help our members to achieve their result. You know, when you have a material that can talk for you, I remember them say, you don't need to do the talking, let the system talk on your behalf. So we have materials to share with people. They need to just watch and they will ask you, how do I start? I want to get started. Where do I begin from? Because most of the work has been done through the video materials that you share with your team member. TGR want life to be more easier for every one of us. And those that are yet to come, that anytime they come in, they enjoy. Because the beauty of this thing is that when we make this money, it's not like one video that we shared this afternoon across the groups, that it is those that are, you know, poverty makes seem to be more. When you are poor, you seem more. But when you have money, your mind will be at peace. 90% of the problem people are having, it's associated with money. 90, if not 95 self, of the problems in the world today, that if you take 100 people and they list their problem, 95% of their problem has to do with money. Because when you have money, you can control your life. You can decide. It is poverty make people to get older. Somebody saw me when I left that retirement meeting, this retiree, whatever. The woman said, you are looking younger. I said, I'm just 30 years now. He said, of course. When your mind is at peace, when you have that peace of mind, when you have money, you will be, in fact, the worry will be lesser. And even if you are eating little food, it's going to be a not quantity this time around, but quality. When you eat well, your body will pray for you because you are giving them what they need. So once we now know we need this thing for us, why can't we just put in all the effort now and make life more better? Honestly, I wish people could just see half of what I'm seeing in TGR. I mean, if it's half, not too much, let's say quarter of what I'm seeing in TGR. If you see that the way I'm seeing it, if you see quarter of what I'm saying, you will be more crazier than this. An example I can give now, because the way we do TGR, you see, it's the passion we have for it is different because differently. It's just like when they have a set of blind people that from the beginning of their life to their adult age, they don't have the chance to see anything. They were born blind and they want to know how elephant looks like. And it now brings elephant in their midst that come and see elephant too. You know, all of them cannot touch the part of elephant around. Some will touch, some are going to touch the leg, some will touch the ear or tusk or trunk. And with this, they will give different information about elephant. They will give different description. That elephant is so big to the extent that look at the trunk alone. Some will say, you say that one is big. The thing where I touch the tail will remain small like this. How could a big animal have this kind of a tail? I think you are getting my point now, because it is where you see. That is why you are behaving or saying that is all. So if you see the true picture of TGR, you'll be amazed. In fact, the thing we are doing now small to the one you go do now. You are going to be more crazier than I do. You'll be more passionate. I don't think there is anything that is coming to my head, apart from when I pray to God. The next thing is TGR. Apart from the time I pray, the next thing is TGR throughout. So if I remove, because I've asked God to guide me on what will make my life more better, He has used TGR to transform my life. So after I prayed and appreciate what He has done for me, I still pray more to make people to see what I'm seeing in TGR. God will help us. Any other question?
Mr. Courage, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. So first of all, I just wanted to confirm what for those of us who joined the meeting late, let me reaffirm what Mr. Dami Optimus said earlier, and to share my own personal experience just as recently as today. Talking about just trying to reaffirm what he said. If you're trying to recruit people and they object to networking, they don't want to hear. I mean, they don't want to hear anything about networking. They don't want to hear it. Don't worry about it. I had that experience today. Somebody joined my team. She didn't join directly. She joined indirectly, meaning one of my team members registered her. So she said all that she wanted to do was sell data and stuff like that. She didn't want to connect nobody. And I said, that's fine. You can absolutely do those things and make money too. Okay, but guess what? After she signed up, I said, I know you did. You said you didn't want to do no connection, but I tell you what, as time goes on, you are the one who nobody's going to tell you to connect anybody. You will just naturally start connecting people. It's going to happen. That's what I told her. So that's the summary of what Mr. Optimus said earlier for those who joined the meeting late. So don't insist on telling people, hey, you must connect people. That'll put them on. We gotta be smart in the way we go about these things. Yeah, we all know that for us to really make millions here, we gotta connect people. There's no two ways about it. But you don't want to put people off with that. You don't want to insist that they connect people, because a lot of people don't want to hear that. Okay, so let's take note of that. And then talking about wallet funding, wallet transfer. I'm sure we have been noticing lately that for some reason, Mr. Akim explained to me what was going on. So I'm not going to go into all of that right now. But the important thing is, if you want to transfer money from your wallet to another person's wallet, just talk to your team leader. Your team leader can arrange for that to happen, to be done manually. So that's not even a problem now. So there's no problem if you have money in one wallet and you want it transferred to another wallet. Speak with your team leader. He knows how to go about it. He will arrange for that to be done. That's what I've done that for 2 or 3 of my team members lately, like yesterday. And it was almost like automatic transfer because the admin was so responsive. Before I knew it, it was all done. I was amazed. In fact, when I helped one of my team members to effect the transfer, she was like, "Really? You mean it's already been done?" She could not believe her eyes. But it had already been done. And then another issue I want to touch on is those of us who have been around TGR for a while. It's not like I haven't really made millions in Naira, but I want to make millions in this in TGR in Naira. That's why I'm stuck here. If I don't make the millions, I'm not gonna rest. Doesn't matter how long it takes me to make the millions, but I'm going to do it. There's no two ways about it. But that's a mistake that some of us made. I just want to point it out. Some of us who joined TGR, earlier. There's a mistake I made personally. I don't want any of my team members or anybody else, for that matter, to make those mistakes. When I started with 5,000 Naira, not even 10,000 Naira. I was still in Nigeria at the time. The reason I did that was I wasn't sure what I was getting involved in. I was like, in my mind, I was like, well, this might just be another Who knows? It just might be another one of such platforms. You know what I'm saying? So I said, let me just, they say you don't test the deepness of the water with both feet. So I said, okay, if I put 5,000 naira in it, even if I lose it, it's not going to be the end of the world. So I'm ready to lose 5,000 naira. That's how I started with 5,000 naira. But guess what? I was stuck on that package for a long time, because I kept thinking, it's maybe still not real, because I wasn't, even at that time, I still wasn't absolutely convinced that it was real. So guess what? I lost a lot of points because I was stuck. I lost a lot of point values because I was stuck on the 5K package for a long time. So for those of you who are joining, when we encourage you to upgrade your account, it's not just because we're looking for your referral commissions or anything like that. It's for your own benefit. If I had a downline, an upline who encouraged me when I started, the way I'm trying to encourage and carry my team members along, I probably would have qualified for incentives by now. But I know I'm going to qualify. It doesn't matter how long it takes me. So please, let's upgrade our account. It's for your own interest. Do not be stuck on a small package. If at all possible, upgrade. Like Mr. Akim was saying, if we really treat TGR like a business, for crying out loud, what other business is there that you can even start with 100,000 naira in Nigeria today? So we're not even saying you should upgrade to 100,000 naira. If you upgrade to 50,000, of course, 100,000 is the maximum. You can upgrade to that if possible. I'm not on the 100,000 package, to be honest with you. It's not because I cannot not upgrade yet, but for some reason I'm just on the 50. I have about 6 accounts. 5 of them are the 50K package, and one is 20K package. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not because I can't upgrade to 100,000 package, but I'm just leaving it there for now. So if you are able to upgrade to the 50K package, that's fine. And please do not tell me that 50,000 naira is too much to start a business. What's worth doing is worth doing well. 50,000 naira is not even enough to buy a phone. 100,000 naira is not even enough to buy a phone. But a lot of people go about with sophisticated phones that cost hundreds of thousands of naira, and they're not even using it for anything important. It's just a liability to them. And you tell those same people to start a business with as little as 50,000 naira, and they say it's too much. So we really have to change the way we think. The way we think is very important. We got to take our destiny into our own hands. It's not, things don't just happen by accident. Nothing is going to happen by accident. We need to make it happen. If we want something to happen, we must make it happen. TGR has provided a blank check for everybody. This is the blank check. If you cannot make money with TGR, I don't know how else you're going to make money. It might sound crazy. What I'm saying now might sound crazy because a lot of people, it's too hard. You're the one making it hard for yourself. If you have seen, like Mr. Akim emphasized earlier, if you have seen the TGR vision, you will agree with me that this is by far the easiest way to make money. By far the easiest way to make money. So waiting with the fine go Sokoto, ide our Sokoto. So for those of us where they say I now get work, I know they find work up and down, work that does not even exist, and you are a TGR partner, you say they find work up and down. Me with there is not because I don't get work. I live in America, I have a job, but I see they push TGR. Get why? So we not get TGR and we say we not get job. Let's make our lives a little easier for ourselves. Not be say just to complain about government, this and that. It's not about government. We know each of us. We know ourselves. We know what our problems are. We know. So if let's be honest with ourselves. Let's not lie to ourselves. A lot of us like to lie to ourselves. That's the problem. We know exactly what the problem is. Let's identify the problem and solve it. Go all out to make it happen in TGR. If they wake up 4 o'clock for especially if you live in a city like Lagos. I've lived in Lagos before for a while. You wake up, they run from, to catch a bus. You put in all that effort. By the time you get back home, it's night. At the end of the day, what's your take home pay? You're ready to put in all that effort. But put in small effort, even as little as post every day about TGR. You will not do it. And you are complaining that you can't find people to sign up. Come on now. So make we change the way we take the think. It's all about everything starts from the mind. If we tell ourselves, say we fit do am, we fit do am. But if we say we not go fit, we not go fit. Now, so it just be. But I sincerely hope, because it's in us, we got what it takes to do it. So I sincerely hope we will all unleash the potential in us, because we're all capable of great things. Okay? As long as we have a brain, we can think. That's where it all starts. So that's just what I wanted to my little contribution. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate that. At least people will know, say, nobody say only us day for Nigeria, they push TGR the way we are doing. So if people that are comfortable are still doing TGR, I have a sister also in UK there. Even where she is, she's connecting people here in Nigeria. In fact, yesterday I had a meeting with somebody who came all the way from Abeokuta. And when I explained to her, she came all the way from Abeokuta to Ibadan to learn TGR so that she will know what she wants to do. And with the little I just explained to her, I said, wow, today, I have to give her a cap yesterday that she's going to somewhere today with her t-shirt. It doesn't have the t-shirt, but that cap, she will put on a blue jeans that people will not say that she mean business. And sometimes when we tell people that just keep pushing, just be consistent, you can never tell who you are going to get that will transform your team. If you don't talk, how will you get that kind of people? If you are not consistent in what you are doing, people will not see what you are doing. Don't just say people keep referring to so person, because that person is passionate and consistent about his business or her business. That is why people want to reckon with somebody that they know has value and somebody that is consistent with what he's doing. Then let me quickly treat the question that is here at the chat box. Okay, I think the message, I mean, this Zoom is recorded, but it's for registered member. Probably Mr. Shola will share after the presentation. The other person asked, what is the advantage of having a permanent Providence account over the one with 30 minutes span? Once ordinarily, we're supposed to have a permanent one right away. But some people that are just registering and they are not ready to do the business, they will just activate the account and they won't use it, they will abandon it. That is not good for Providence, because they are also a business people. So once people generate an account and you don't use it, it becomes waste. So for those that are coming on board, if truly you want to be using the platform, you must fund your wallet first. That's why it's okay, use the temporary one. And because of the BVN, some people are so skeptical coming for the first time. I can't put my BVN, this and that. Okay, that will not stop you from activating your account. Use the one that you are not going to put BVN. At least when you use it and you're able to fund, you activate. Now you'll be convinced more that, okay, this platform is good. Now you want to be having a permanent one. The reason why we say you should have a permanent one is that you don't need to be worried that you have to pay within 30 minutes. You can save it as your beneficiary on your bank app. So anytime you want to fund, you just go there. Unlike the 30 minutes that after 30 minutes, another person will have it, so that you not be sending money to another person's account. It is only those that are just coming on board for the first time that they need to use that fund with Providence to be able to activate their account. After they have been activated, they have access to the permanent one that once they have it, they can save it and be paying in there anytime, any day, without having any worry of probably the money will not enter or go into another person's account. That one is attached to your wallet permanently, and nothing is going to happen to it. Anytime you send money or anybody send money to it, it's going to land in your wallet. Then somebody was saying, I think concerning PHCN, the question is, after recharging my PHCN and I'm trying to load the token, it will say, it will be writing error, and later the light will come up without writing success. Well, one thing you need to know about this, our service of TGR, is that we are just like an intermediary. TGR is not generating token. The moment you have a token, TGR has completed their own part of the business or the bargain. So once you have a token and it's showing error, that means you have to take the issue to the NEPA. But this time around, you said it will eventually enter. It might be what you are trying to do. Maybe one or two things happen. It might be network glitch, whatever. But the moment you have your token, TGR has done their part. They have helped you to get the token to complete the transaction. They give you your own commission. The next thing is to load. So if you are now finding it difficult to load because we are not the one that is giving the token out, so you have to reach out to your disco or probably maybe Ikeja, maybe Eko, maybe Ibadan. Just reach out to any branch that office that is closer to you, that is what we are experiencing. You'll be able to get solution to it. I think that is that. Then I will quickly, okay, hi, Mr. Omo Friday from there, okay. Okay, so once I have the permanent providers account and I credit it, definitely that's part of the training we are telling people. The moment you have a permanent one, you don't need to worry about the name changes or what, because it is yours forever. Anytime anybody send money to that account, it will land in your wallet. That's how it is. Then to round it up, probably before we call it a day, I want to share this what we are using for this year. Okay, for want to ask question, right?
Yes, yes.
Before you ask, let me quickly, because some people might be wondering about the flyer that we are sharing recently on the group that somebody completed their level 1, their fantastic 10. This is what we are working on this year. Financial roadmap in TGR for 2025. 10,000 with fantastic 10. So what it means is that once if you really want to be in this category, because you are still the one that will make the money, not us. You can't make 159 million and expect me to come and say, give me 59 million out of it. You'll be the one to have it. Because the person that is doing the work will have the larger share or the lion's share of it. So what it means is that, okay, you want to if we leaders can say we want to re-register again, we want to start, before now we normally say I never start TGR. We now concluded at our 6th anniversary that let's have another account that we'll call anniversary account. You can name it anything. I name my own, my project. Somebody say fantastic 25 or maybe just anything. What it simplifies that you register this new account under your main account and you want to focus it squarely for this year. So that is the first criteria that, okay, I'm coming new. I want to start TGR as if I want to start, at least I mean it this time around. Then you now look for fresh 10 people that needs financial freedom. And once you're able to complete your 10, whether you take it 1 week or 1 day or whatever, but don't let it exceed 1 month. Because this roadmap, we want it to be 6 months. That after 6 months, we want to have a convoy to head office in a new car, brand new car. In fact, we have gone for the car. It is Lexus. That's why you saw the flyer the other time that showed Lexus Jeep. Because that car, no be small car. The car that's worth over 50 million. Out of 159 million, if you take 50 million to buy your car, you no go get 200 million to do money other things. You enjoy your life. So once you complete your 10, that means you have done the first level. So a flyer will be done to celebrate you that now you are ready for TGR business. Then your 10 will be added.
Mr. Akim, I can't hear you again, no. Okay, Mr. Nonso, let's have you. Mr. Nonso, please.
To a group where we are going to group them and so that it's the same thing. So all right, sorry about that. It was network. Let me quickly. Was I sharing my screen the other time? Sorry. I thought I was sharing my screen when I was discussing about this.
No.
Yeah. I was carried away. I thought I was sharing my screen. This is what I was discussing. Aha. Thank God that thing even went. If not, I would not know I was not sharing my screen. So what we are saying is that your level 1, you completed your 10. That is when the flyer of those that you are seeing, you too will be celebrated. The magazine will be coming out every month to show the face of those that are really making it in TGR. And everybody wants to be celebrated. Definitely your face must be in the Hall of Fame of TGR. And what it takes is just to get serious in business. By the time you complete your first level, Your 10 people will be added to a group where we have a back-to-back training for them. The same fire that is inside you for you to get your own 10, they must have the same fire because we are transferring that knowledge, that passion into them also to get their own 10. By the time they get their own 10, you have completed your level 2, which you are already having more than 2,000 PV because you must have upgraded. And for you to upgrade, you let them know that they must also upgrade, meet your first 10. By then, you have more money. And by the time you get to level 4, you have had 200,000 PV. You only need 50,000 PV to get 6 million. You have got 5.5 million naira and 750,000 plus about 2.5 million naira. There is no way we will get to this level 4. You know what we have been doing like a child's play before. Now we are doing real networking business because you must have a focus. You must have a roadmap. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going next. If you don't have a destination or probably a roadmap of where you are going, you won't even know whether you are moving or not. But with this fantastic 10 we are following this year, this is the roadmap. By the time you complete your 10, you know you have finished a level. You are focusing on your 10 to make you to get to level 2. So this is just like we are starting TGR afresh. And you know what will happen to your main account? More money there because you are now doing a business called TGR in real networking sense. And by the time we get to level 6, look at the total money that we are seeing there. We don't want to be doing it by mouth anymore. We want practical. And for you to have this, you must be aggressive, you must be committed, you must be consistent. Not that A here today, B tomorrow. You won't get that result. And give TGR 6 months. The remaining 6 months, you can do it for any other thing. If you make 159 million, any other thing you want to do, you do it with ease. But focus with TGR. Seriously, for 6 months, know that you don't get anything other than TGR for the next 6 months. If they wake you up in the middle of the night and say, TGR, that means you are doing it. Anytime, any day, for between now to the next 6 months, it is completely 110% focus with TGR. Nothing more. And when you make that money, you can do any other thing. Because by then you'll have built a solid structure that will keep generating money for you for the rest of your life. Because that will be the least you can make. Transaction commission is not there. Incentive is not there. And it's still going to level 10 because you must have been on 50,000 naira by then. And when you complete this and people have seen you are making money, you can start another fresh, fantastic thing. That one will now be faster than the first one because now you are an authority. They have seen it to you that you are making money. They will be asking you, how do you do it? This is what I do. By then, people will get their 10 maybe in a day, sef. And you can complete your fantastic 10, this flyer, within 6 weeks. It's going to, I told you sometimes that a time is coming, people will be begging to join TGR because the results will be showing already. The lady that came from Abeokuta yesterday, she was like, you have opened my eyes. Now I see what I want to do. In fact, she was telling me that her husband is already getting a prospect for her before she gets it. That when she was coming, she told her husband that I'm going for a seminar. And the husband has already told me that my wife is going for a seminar. That when she come back, you must do the business. And this is TGR for you. It's going everywhere. Be part of the history maker. Be part of those that will celebrate, that say, TGR has turned my life. And it can do for anybody. It's all about you. So let us welcome the question from the person so that we'll complete the day. We don't take much of our time. All right, the question, Mr. Should I pause to read it so that we can? Okay, somebody was asking, how do I generate the token after print of PHCN? I'm still a novice and still learning. The moment to do NEPA bill payment and it says successful, the token will come out almost immediately. If you don't see it immediately, you go to your dashboard, enter the narration for the main dashboard. When you scroll down, you will see the token from the narration. If the token is not there and your money has been debited, raise a ticket. It can be in 2 ways. One, it failed. They will reverse the money back to you. Or it was successful, they will send a token to you. And that's why I shared how to raise a ticket in the first, presentation, when I was doing the back office training. So there is nothing to fear in TGR. Your money is going nowhere. You can't lose 1 naira in TGR if you know what you are doing. There is no way TGR doesn't need your money for anything. They will take the one that belongs to them. They give you your own. It is when you are making money that TGR is also making money. You make more than TGR. You register, you get 22%. TGR is not getting 22%. And out of whatever they get, they still pay incentive. They still pay IT. They pay staff. They pay government. So we are the one making more money, honestly speaking. God will help us. Oh yeah, next question. I think somebody, Mr. Shola, said somebody raised up hand, right?
Mr. Nonso.
Thank you for the flyer, sir. I think this one will be more clearer for people to see. You can zoom and watch closely what you stand to gain with this business.
Mr. Nonso.
Focus. How you can turn your 10,000 into over 150 million, 159 million in just 6 levels.
All right,
Okay.
good evening, everybody.
All right, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes.
Okay, please, my question is, doing this fantastic thing, when you get your 10, and along the line, maybe one of those 10 persons you got is not as active as you wanted, what will you do? Can you replace them, or how will it be? Because you are talking of celebrating the 10. Once you complete 10, you celebrate, they will be celebrated. So what happens if maybe along the line one starts slacking or something like that? What happens? How will it be?
That one is normal. Is something that can happen. It is you, when you complete your first 10, that means you have gotten 10 direct people to yourself. You are the one that will be celebrated, not them. Until each one of them get their own 10 before they also be celebrated for completing level 1. So when any one of them is not meeting up the way you expected, or probably maybe just relax, there is a room to bring as many people as possible. So when you notice 2 or 3 of them are not active, then by then you're already making waves. You talk to more people. You, instead of having 10, you can have 20 directly under you. But you need to work with 10 that are most active. So, and if the whole 20 are active, it's a plus for you, because TGI will not deny you the money. But what we are just saying is that let's just see that we want to work with 10. What is going to be the result? So if you are now getting 20 people that are more active, or 13 or 15, it's a plus for you. That means you make more than 159 million we are projecting. So when you have gotten your 10 and along the line one is not active, you register another person directly to you and show the person the way. The person can catch up and even overtake those that have been there before others.
Okay. Then then another thing. So starting with the fantastic 10, one registers with 10,000. Then by first I end the PV of my first generation. And I think I can also end that of the second generation.
No. If you're on 10,000, you only enjoy the PV of your direct downline, which was first generation. By the time you have the 10, you know you have gotten 20,900. The next thing is to upgrade immediately, so that when your 10 is bringing their own, you can also enjoy the PV from your second generation.
Okay.
So by the time you have your second generation completed, you have had more than enough to get you to 50,000. So by the time you upgrade, you can take the rest and be spending. You know you have covered for anything that is coming in from your level 1 to level 5.
Oh, yes. Okay, so then finally, being on this fantastic 10, if maybe there is one person I was chatting with today, he complained that he doesn't have any money at all. So I was encouraging him to start with that of 5,000. Then later he can upgrade. So doing this fantastic 10, I think that is allowed.
Yeah, you can still have that guy, but the person will not be counted until he or she upgrades to 10,000.
Yes.
So once you have that person, maybe you have gotten 9, and this person is the 10th one who is on 5,000. You can still look for more people to do 10,000. So by the time they have their own, if the person has not completed, it's still part of the fantastic 10.
Okay.
It can be 11, 12 by then, but the most important is that we want to work strictly with this roadmap. At least let's see where we are going. We have seen the vision, we have seen the mission, and we know what to do to get there. Let's just give it all it takes to get there. All right, next person. Mr. Shola, are you there? Doctor.
Dr. Odunrukwe. I'm sorry if I didn't call that name very well. Odunrukwe.
Obiageli. Just mention Obiageli.
Yes. Doctor, you have the floor, sir.
It's all right. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Oh, I'm thanking all our ambassadors here, our leaders. People are doing great work. I so much appreciate all of you and all of us in this team.
Thank you.
Please, I just want to ask a question. Though I'm just new, but I have passion for this TGR. I've already started. Assuming one is not able to get this fantastic 10 within a month, maybe a month plus 1 week, does it mean that the person is no longer in the track for this fantastic 10?
Is that all?
That is my first question.
Okay. Yeah, first thing first, you see, our mindset is very, very important. You, for the first time, you make sure that you want to get it within a month. You can get it in less than a month. Because when you do all it takes,
Hello? Mr. King. Is it my network? Please. Screenshot now. Someone is asking, how do I get this flyer? You can screenshot now and get it. But if you're on the WhatsApp, if on our WhatsApp, we'll drop it there. We'll drop it on
sorry,
the WhatsApp.
the network cut me off. So what I was saying is
know.
that if you have not tried everything that within the 1 month, you couldn't get that 10, or you still have it at the back of my 10 must complete. So if you now exceed like maybe like a day or two, it doesn't mean you are completely out. You just know you have to buckle up so that your 10 will not have the same challenge. So you work with them until they get their own 10. So TGR is not giving us a target. We are the one giving ourselves a target to achieve our goal.
I think network, Mr. Akim network is bad. Let's proceed to Mr. Liu Abdulatif. Unmute yourself.
Sorry, it's network. I think people are trying to call me on that, and that thing is cutting my network off.
Good evening.
I believe you have answered all the questions. Good evening.
Mr. Abdulatif, go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, house.
You can go ahead with your question.
Okay. I first of all want to appreciate all our mind coach setting, Mr. Hakim. I really appreciate you, sir. And all our leader in this building. I really appreciate every one of us, sir. Sir, to start the 2025 roadmap, as we all in before, to start another account, can we use all our information, the one that we use already for the first one? So as email, name, phone number, all that thing, can we use that one before, or we should use another one, sir? That's it, sir.
Yeah, for TGR registration, 3 things must not be the same thing. The first one is the username, because
Okay.
that's what the system used to differentiate each account. So you can't have 2 accounts having the same username. It will not accept it. The second one is the email, while the last
Okay.
one is the phone number. So let's say, for example, now, you don't have another phone number, you don't have another email, and probably the easiest one to change is the username. Let's say your first username is Abdulatif. Now, this new one you want
Okay.
to do, you make it Abdulatif 001 or Abdulatif with something that will differentiate from the first Abdulatif. So
Okay,
that
sir.
is 1. Then 2, for the email, you might need to have a book, because TGR only, the system needs a complete format of email. So if you have used abdulatif@gmail.com before, and this time around you want to create an account for this anniversary roadmap that we are saying, you can make it abdulatif001@gmail.com. Normally, probably the email is not existing or valid. It's not necessarily, because you are the one that knows that the email. So when you are doing a transaction, you might not do a transaction on that particular account, because if you are expecting a receipt, you are not going to get it, because you know the email you use is not valid. But you use it purposely to create that account so that you will not be deprived of creating the account.
Okay, okay, okay.
So you
Okay,
get.
sir.
Then the phone number, if your phone
I
number, maybe the last 2 numbers is 28, you can turn it to 82. The essence of the phone number is that if the management wants to reach out to the owner of that account, if they can't reach you through the phone number, they can use email. If they cannot use the email, they will call your upline. And you know you are the upline of this one. So if they call the upline, it's still you they are calling, because you use the right information for the first one. So if they cannot reach you through this new account that you use email that is not existing, or the phone number that is not valid, they will reach out to the upline that this particular account, maybe they want to pay for incentives and that. Now, do you know this person? Then you answer them, I'm still the owner of the account. It's still my own. So apart from the 3, the bank account can be the same thing, the name can be the same thing.
Okay.
That is why you see
Thank you,
some
sir.
of the leaders, they say they have more than 20 accounts. Not that they have to go and register phone number in 20 places. They know how to go about it. The email, not necessarily that they have to have a genuine email for the whole 20 of it. They create email for each account and they write it somewhere so that they will not forget.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Thank you, sir.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. Who else? Mrs. Omagika, I think you have asked a question before. Let me quickly give Mr. Chima the chance to ask.
Okay, Chima, we have
Oh yeah,
TGR
Mr. Chima, sharp.
Okay, thank you, sir, for the privilege.
Are you there?
Mine is
I'll call
just
another person.
yes, sir. I'm yes.
All right, TGR 2018,
Can you hear me, sir?
are you there? Or probably it's still the... Okay, let's have you.
Yeah,
TGR 2018.
I'm here, sir. I'm here, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Go ahead.
So mine is okay. Mine is a contribution I want to make. Like most of us,
yes,
in this business, like most of us in this business, we have not defined this business as this is what we can do, as in this is what we can do to earn a living. Honestly, like that's where I'm seeing it, because if somebody is telling me that this is what I want to do to earn a living, this is what I want to do to earn poverty. In fact, I don't know, some people may be in the group. Look at the number of people on that group. Look at the number of people on this tonight call. You know, we need to tax ourselves. If there is any tax they can put, because any business without discipline, like everybody must have a core discipline that guides it. People will not buckle up. And new people coming into the business, they will not see the reason why they need to follow a process that is already ongoing. Now, imagine somebody that is calling himself a member, an active member of TGR. You are still using your hard-earned money to pay NEPA bill. In fact, it's irritating. You are still using your hard-earned money to pay for recharge for your DSTV or cable TV. You are still using your hard-earned money to buy airtime, to buy data. You know, let the business pay for it. It must make sure you break barrier. You see, break barrier of all those things. Make money that at least can sort all those things. That's how the income increase. So I don't want to say much. This is what I want to chip in for some of us that we wake up. But all I know is that 2025, TGR is going like ever before. Like the way we are planning right now, because it's going to be movement. Whether you're in the group or you want to follow, you don't want to follow, that's your problem. But for people that are ready to get a result, to step out from their comfort zone, results must come. See, let me tell you, I just sit down yesterday. I check some things. I said, imagine if I'm making a sale with my sales with my team of just 500,000. Let me say 1 million naira every day. All right. For me to get my travel incentive is 12.5 million business size. That means in 12 days I can get this thing. So I could have, okay, I want to use 500,000 business size, business sales, a license selling. It means in 24 days, I can get this thing. In fact, if most of us are seeing this as business, see, let me tell you, if you're a serious member of TGR, see, 50K, you don't need 50K. You need to become an executive diamond. I think we're going to have a special group for this.
What happened? We can't hear you again. What happened? All right, let's I don't know what happened. Maybe network log him out again. Now we have Ruth Rabo. Mrs. Kennedy, still want to say something? Oh yeah. Now here we did tonight. TGR or nothing. Hey. Oh yeah, Ruth Rabo. Let's have
everyone.
good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, it's you. Welcome.
Yes, it's me. I don't really have a question, but there's a question on the chat box. That's what
your network is not
say. It's not clear. Okay, how about now? Hello?
I think it's better now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so I said that there's a question on the chat box.
Okay,
that's
what is it?
I want to point. No, I wasn't the one that wrote it, so that's what I want to point to you so that I can answer the question.
Okay, just help me to read it out, please.
Okay, let me go and get it. Just give me.
All right.
Okay, so it says. Okay, so it says, "Good evening, house. So I have completed my L1 Fantastic 10, and I have been celebrated. Though I am on 50K on my first account. Now, will I still get PV on my level 2, even though my second account is still on 10K?
Okay, the person said he's on 50K. The first account. The second one is on 10,000.
Yes.
And now he has registered 10 people completely under the second account.
Yes.
He is now asking whether he's going to get the PV from.
Oh, it's level 2. Whether it's going to get PV on level 2.
No, the main account will get the PV because the main account is on 50,000. But this second account that he registered under 50, because that account is on 10,000, he can only enjoy the PV of the direct registration. So the second generation, which is level 2 of this second account of his, will not enjoy, I mean, the second account office will not enjoy the PV of a second generation. But the one on 50,000 will be able to benefit because that one covers from level 1 to level 5. I hope it's clear. Let's say the first account is A, 50,000. The second account is B. This second account is B is now having people under it, which is 1 to 10. Meanwhile, the second account B is on 10,000. By the time those under B is bringing their own, which is going to be second generation to B and is going to be third generation to A, B will not enjoy the PV of the second generation, but A will enjoy it because despite their third generation to A is on 50,000 package, you can enjoy PV from level 1 to level 5. So what this person just needs to do is that after you have completed your first level, you have gotten your 10, the money you make from the referral commission, use it to upgrade so that when your people that come under this B now bringing their own, you will be able to cover their PV. I think we are good to go. Oh yeah, last but not the least question. Mrs. Kennedy, do you still want to say something? And we have TGR 2018. Oh yeah, let's have you. TGR 2018, are you there?
Can you hear me clearly?
The last person.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. And
good evening.
Yeah, well done, our leaders. My question goes those. I have three questions here because I'm actually a new member. I'm actually a new signed up members in TGR. So the very first question is this fantastic 10 is a target. So I want to know if this target is actually from TGR as a company. That's first, number one. That's second. Number two is all about having a
what happened? Oh yeah, continue, please. I only heard your first question. No, I only heard your first question. So continue from the second question. TGR 2018. Unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me now?
So start from the second question, please.
Okay.
Start from the second question.
All right. My second question is all about having a second account. So if I have second account, can I register it under the first one, like having it under the first account, like direct line? That's the second question. So the third question is all about having a permanent account that, if I want to fund my account, because when I came, the account I used to pay the money is actually not permanent. So I want to know how I can have a permanent account that each time I want to fund my account, I can easily forward the money to that account before I will put it to my TGR account. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. The first one, when you say this roadmap, Fantastic 10, is it from TGR or not? TGR is using a unilevel compensational plan, which is comp plan, which allows you to bring in anybody, the numbers, at least you have the liberty to refer as many people as possible. In fact, when we started, the plan that the company showed us was 4x4. And when you complete this 4x4 from level 1 to level 10, and they are all on 50,000 package, what you'll have achieved in referral commission is about 1 billion plus. Now imagine what you can make if you are now making it 10. That means you can make more than 10, 20, 50 billion because you are now working at the multiple of 10 instead of multiple of 4. So once the company is showing us that you have the liberty to bring as many people as possible, now we, the leaders, we now say, okay, if you use the same method to talk to 4 people, you can use this almost the same to talk to 10 people. Now see what you can achieve if you are working with 10 people. It's still within the plan of TGR because TGR give you can bring 20, you can bring 50, you can bring 100. But now let's say we want to limit our referrer, that is, our prospect to 10, and we want to duplicate ourselves in these numbers. What can we achieve? What do we stand to achieve? So whether you are working with Fantastic 10, Fantastic 5, Fantastic 50, is still within the compensational plan of the company. So we have seen that if you work with 10 people, this is what you stand to achieve. That is why we are promoting it, that let's focus this fantastic 10 this year and see what we can make out of it. And we have seen the roadmap, 159 million. I think it's not a bad money for anybody to achieve or to have or to earn. So that is that. Then the second one is about having the second account you ask. Definitely, if you want to have a second account, it must be under your main account, because whatever you are doing under the second account, your main account must also enjoy. So you make money in two ways. As your main account, I mean, this new account is enjoying referral commission. Instead of you to just be enjoying 22%, you'll be enjoying 27, because this new account will have 22. The main account will have 5. That is 27. You see, mathematics, when you know the benefit of, you understand this thing very well. That's why you see some people having 3, 4 accounts. They are making 22%, not only 22%, they are making 27%. Some will even make 32, because they will register and they keep building deep. Just the way it depends on how you understand the business. So once you are registering your second account, it must be under your main account, so that you are now earning in 2 ways. The incentive of the first one will also, the PV will also go to the first one. The second account and the first account. That's why you see some people, they are being celebrated that they qualify for 2 incentives. It's because the second one under is the one promoting the first one. So the 2 will qualify almost at the same time, because the PV is not far from each other. So that is that. And the third one for the permanent one, the permanent Providus account we are saying you should generate. The moment you are a registered member, you have access to generate a permanent Providus account. So you just go to your profile, click on get Providus account under your referral link, and input your BVN, and account number will be given to you. Anytime you send money to that account, it's going to land in your wallet. If you want people to send money to you, maybe they want to buy airtime, buy data, don't give that account to them, because you are going to be losing money. Why? Because any money that enters that account, Providus will deduct 45 naira. And since you want to do a business, somebody wants to buy a card of 1,000 naira, and you give them your Providus account, you will receive 955 naira, and the person is expecting 1,000 airtime. So what you can do is give them your bank account, your normal bank account. Let them send the money there. So you use that to collect the money from your customers. Then you fund your wallet once. You only pay the 45 naira once. Not that every time anybody sends 500 naira, you minus 45 naira. You are going to be losing money. So moment you are a registered member, you have activated, you have access to your Providus account. It is there to fund. If you know that within 1 week you can make sales of 20,000, fund 20,000 once. You only pay the 45 naira once, and that's all. So Ms. Kende, I think last but not the least, after you, we are going home. We are going to sleep, rather. Oh, yeah, we have the floor. Oh, yeah, Mrs. Kende, we are going to sleep. We are going to bed. Tomorrow is another day. Are you there?
Can you? Okay, I'm very much. My
right.
question is. My question is this. This is our roadmap, for example. If you have a downline, probably has been dormant, let me use that word, or has been sleeping, and all of a sudden just woke up and now wants to start doing the right business of connecting people, are you going to count that person, or it must be a fresh registration?
Well, that one can be additional to your earnings, but you are the one that knows you're starting afresh. So if that person, like for me now, I have a lot of people in my team, I still have to register a new one. So if those that are sleeping are waking up, it's going to be additional earning for me. So this new account that you are registering now, that you want to start, this your downline that's just being active again is not under the new account, but it's still under your main account, and it's still coming up. So you still enjoy whatever the transaction that is coming from that person. So it's going to be additional. That's why we say the money in TGR is endless. So if you have had some people that were sleeping before, by the time they see you being celebrated, they wake up. So you still make money from the activities as well. So everybody in TGR, we are all millionaires. It's just a matter of time. Just be focused, be consistent, and keep building. The money will eventually come. When the time the news is spreading all over Nigeria, TGR, they will ask you, is it not the same TGR that I have? Oh yeah, I want to start again. I think I'm ready. That's what you'll be hearing. All right. Junction will call it a night. Thank you for being there. At least you have made our day, because without you, we are nobody. It is because you are here. That is why we are talking. We appreciate everybody, those that have been here since the beginning of the meeting and those that have left. At least they have tried too. So Thursday is another registered Zoom meeting, but our WhatsApp, we're having a general training on Telegram soon. And we want everybody to be there. Even if you have listened to whatever we think we want to say, it is never too much to learn. You keep learning until you become better version of yourself. Make sure all your prospects, all your downlines rather, they are in the group, they are in the Telegram group as well. And the beautiful thing about Telegram is that whatever information that is there, if it has been shared 5 months ago, if you join today, you still have access to that information. So we thank you for being there. Let's see on Thursday, on Telegram, I think it's starting on this Saturday. And also the prospects, today is Thursday, we are having a prospect meeting again on Sunday. Make sure you invite as much as you can. And by God's grace, we are going to increase our Zoom capacity so that I can take more than 100 people. We are growing, in fact, TGR. Now here we die.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll not
Thank
go
you.
anywhere. We'll stand in the ground.
You can. Thank you, everyone. You can unmute yourself and greet your upline, your team member, everybody. So unmute yourself, please.
Well done, Mr. King.
All right, sir.
Hello, good evening. My
Sweetness,
sponsor, Mr.
right?
Sheyi.
Thank you.
Well done,
sir.
everyone.
Mr. Sheyi, good evening, sir.
No matter how you
Dream,
I'm
sir.
greeting you, sir, Mr. Sheyi.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Khadija, thanks for adding me to this I can't wait to make all the millions. Good night, everyone.
Mr. Sheikh, don't even talk at all. Good evening.
It's not fair. If you get this money too.
Now
we will remove the two we hadn't paid, your own and this one. Then the balance. I will remove it also, and then we will now divide it, and it might even be 1,100 for each person. Yeah. Still okay.
Thanks. Upline. Maybe.
Mrs. Adebayo. Mrs. Adebayo.